I'm gonna wake up Pete. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm awake. Come on. I'm awake.
Welcome back, everybody. It is week 27 of 2016, and behold the power of sleep. Although, actually, you guys probably won't be able to actually see it, but I can tell you, Saturday's workout was spectacular, and I think mostly because it was the first day, probably since like May, where I actually slept all the way until my alarm went off and woke me up, because normally in the summer, I just tend to wake up when the sun's coming up, which is right now a good hour before my alarm is set, because I set that for 6:30, and the sun's usually out by 5:15, 5:30, something like that. So anyway, this workout was great, even though it was really late because I was way behind schedule since I got up a lot later than usual, but that's okay. And it was another good week of strength work on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're up to 19 reps this week on all our main lifts, 3 sets of 3, followed by 5 sets of 2. As usual, you guys just see the first set. Otherwise, this would be really long because actually Saturday, Sunday, Monday workouts do tend to take good 2 hours plus when you include warm-up, stretching, abs, cardio, etc. Main news this week is that I've restarted supplementation with creatine monohydrate. I used to take it a few years back, but thought it may have been part of the GI problems I was having at the time. Newsflash, it was not. So I've restarted it because it's pretty much one of the few supplements out there that actually has decent scientific data backing up its effectiveness. To my knowledge, those scientific studies were done with plain old creatine monohydrate, which is what I'm taking, and anybody who follows the supplement industry at all knows that they come out with things like super creatine, 5,000, totally alkaline but slightly acidic, and it may potentially turn you into gorilla or punch you in the face. Yeah, they charge you more for it, but there's really no information that I'm aware of that says that that's any better than plain old creatine monohydrate. I'm just taking like 3 to 5 grams per day. They used to suggest that you load creatine for the first week like 20 to 25 grams a day, but I think that's what people indicated would cause GI distress for some people. And if you just start with the maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams a day, you'll eventually get to that muscle saturation point. It'll just take a little longer than it would had you done the loading. So I figure, probably a couple weeks, and then I can assume, my muscles are saturated with creatine, and I'm not sure if I'll notice a significant difference, but, perhaps it'll be easier to crank out, that last 1 or 2 reps of each set, and that is good stuff. A quick anecdote from the food department. So I heard this week the following phrase: "I'm tired of steak. Do you want half of this?" And I asked myself, is that the most American statement I've ever heard, or the most un-American statement I've ever heard? I think the case can be made for both. What do you guys think? Yeah, a couple thoughts on the obese quest. First is, technically I have to reach overweight first, which is a 25 BMI. Yeah, 25 or greater. Or I should actually say 25 to 30. And that for me occurs at 148, so that's kind of like the first sub-goal on the way to becoming obese. And when you think about that word, obese, it kind of sounds like an Irish name, doesn't it? But I gotta say, I'm not Irish as far as I know. And finishing off Monday's workout here with a solid double of behind the neck jerks. I was talking about sleep earlier with how good it was on Saturday. Basically the opposite rolling into Tuesday, because I got up Tuesday morning and I was like, I'm not particularly optimistic about the morning workout today. So I was extra surprised when I hit the bench max of 215 and practically threw it off of me. So I was like, maybe it's a better day than I thought. So let's go for the Supermax. Oh yeah. So actually right here, I'm just killing time waiting for the music to kick in. I've actually been listening to a lot of Limp Bizkit as of late, and it's hard to find a band that brought more energy than Limp Bizkit. So here we have 225 on the bar, and had I been smart, I would have checked what I needed for a new power to weight ratio record, because I practically throw this off me as well. Awesome. But anyway, I mentioned earlier I'm not Irish, but I'm definitely white. Check that out. Yeah. A lot of positives to take away from hitting that bench max there. One is basically I'm coming into Tuesdays lately really fatigued when you think about it, because I have Saturday, Sunday, Monday all have some form of heavy benching, because those are my strength days. I do heavy pauses on Saturdays, heavy close grips on Sunday, and heavy inclines on Monday. So to come in and hit 225 kind of like it was nothing, with no taper, basically, that's really encouraging. Another thing to keep in mind is that it may have actually been the creatine taking effect. I mean, who knows? Perhaps I didn't need weeks to get my creatine levels up, and maybe they're already full. Yeah, and so even though, as you'll see later when we update the bench data screen, that I didn't get a new power to weight record, there was clearly a lot in the tank there, and I only needed 230 to hit a new power to weight record, because my weight right now is at 135, so 1.7 would be the next step for me, and that's at 230, and I definitely think that was there. Possibly even 232 half, possibly even 235, so that is excellent. Actually, let's go ahead and get the bench data screen updated now. As you can see, it looks like I'm going backwards, but it's actually encouraging, because there's only a 5-pound difference between what I did, which looks like terrible, and what would actually have been a new record at 230. So that's actually really encouraging. Hump day! Oh yeah! It's like the tiger/lion/shark attack. Oh no! Here we have a pretty smooth 315 on the squat on hump day for the Daily Max. Still thinking about that bench, still psyched about that, because it just went so well. And how rare is that to hear that from me? Normally I'm really frustrated with my bench, because it's usually kicking my butt, because it's my nemesis lift. But things are going well, obviously. I was also thinking just the extra practice I've been getting with the extra reps on Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, just starting to add up a little bit. So remember, we're talking about practice. Yeah, so it's hard to overstate how pleased I am with this week's training week, because I checked out, work that grip, mother, yeah. I checked out the training logs I had from last year, 2015, and this indeed was the time period where I was out of commission with the exploding stomach. So as you guys who were watching then know, I made the best of it as best I could, doing like push-ups and pull-ups and stuff like that. But nothing compares to doing like record volume and having a great bench during the week instead of being injured, because that's terrible. Yeah, so that's pretty much gonna wrap things up for this week, everyone. I was trying to come up with a good rating for this week. I was like, could it be Kilo Mother or maybe even Mega Mother? Those are all kind of fun. But we're just going to go with the usual Dodeca Mother. And speaking of that, mother, yeah, Dodeca Mother. Indeed. You guys have a great week wherever you are, because I certainly have had a great week here. Take care. And as expected, since last week was a new weekly volume record, and this week we did basically 4,000 more pounds, it's a new weekly volume record of 145 and change pounds. Awesome. Total for the year is just under 3.3 million pounds. Pretty standard 2016 goals update screen. Basically of note is the 5738 on the way to 10,000 chin-ups. And finishing up with the metabolic update screen. Weight was up just a hair this week, and there's just a slight difference between the actual and target calories, because I ended up pulling out just 8 grams of fat per day of what I counted to cover both that steak that I got and some fruit platter action that was going on. That happened to be on Monday, so that might also explain the Tuesday epic bench. Awesome. All right, you guys take care. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.